panoramic view cameras. You can see the sensors. They're also underneath the mirrors on both vehicles. They're in the back on the bumpers. Pretty much the same for both cars. Both cars also have the night package, which is, you know, the black styling around the windows, black trim on the bottom sill, black around the exhausts. It looks pretty good. I wouldn't change a thing. Speaking of exhausts, you'll notice that the 43 has oval-shaped pipes and the 63 rectangular. Also, if we can crawl under, well, let's see if we can see it through here first. Let me change the height on this. Can we see through there? Yeah, we can see that these pipes are not, or the outlet tips are not connected. It's like that on both vehicles. You may think they are, but they're not. And I'm sure by now you probably saw that the 63 actually has two pipes. And the 43 has only one. But the difference is really underneath. So you can see on the 43 that the solenoid valve is here, which opens up this larger portion of pipe, and this would be the normal flow. So it's two outlets, but only one is open or one is throttled at a time. On the 63, let's see if we can't crawl under here. You can see two pipes. This one has the solenoid valve, but they're both the AMG Sport systems. All right, wheels. What do we got? 19 and 19 versus 19 and 20. You'll also notice that the 63's got the drilled and slotted rotors with the AMG pads in the back, or calipers in the back, whereas the 43 gets a very standard looking rear rotor with a very standard looking caliper. On the front, pretty much same here, except for the caliper is a 6-piston, so it's a lot bigger up front, slotted and drilled on the 63. And on the 43, it gets drilled and a much bigger caliper. I'm not sure how many pistons are in that one. I want to say it's probably 4, but it could be more. Anyway, they're both pretty sweet. Moving along to some exterior details, you'll notice that the 63's got this cutout here for the V8 bi-turbo, where the 43 is just badged on the exterior, proudly wearing the 4MATIC badge as well, which is a huge difference between these two cars. Overall, you know, length of the vehicles appears to be identical, but width, the 63 is a lot wider. I won't say a lot, but it's got bigger wheel wells and a bigger rear end. So it just looks a little bit more chunky. It's also got the power domes on the hood, which really stand out when you compare it to the 43, which just has a center crease, which I think is the same. It's about that pronounced. On the front, obviously our air dams and fronts are a little bit different design. But for all intent and purposes, they are what they are. Same radar setup. Obviously, the 43's inherited the old 63 grille. You know, it's got some active aero there. I don't know if these do anything. I don't think so. I think they're just solid. So airflow is probably a little bit different between these two vehicles. Obviously, you can see the radiators here. We don't have that on the 43, so I guess that's a notable difference, that those don't lead to any cooling unless those open, and I don't think that they're active. But I'm going to check next time around. '43 from the side. Good looking car. Hey, I should have mentioned both of these cars were recently tinted with Lumar IRX 40, which is a ceramic coating. And the best part about the ceramic coating is the heat rejection. Keeps the cars much, much cooler when they're sitting out in the sun. Cool. All right, we'll hop in. '43 interior. Let's see if I can go over some differences. This one's got the red leather. I'm sorry, red stitched leather. First notable difference is it does not have ventilated seats, but it does have heated seats. And speaking of seats, these are the sport bucket seats, which have the electronically controlled headrest, which the other car does not have. You'll see that in a minute. These seats are super comfortable. When I jump in this car after the 63, I usually say, ooh, these are soft, because the 63s are not nearly as soft. But don't take that as me saying that they're not comfortable, because they are comfortable. They just serve a different purpose. This is a great place to be. As you can see, it's very well done. This car only has a little over 400 miles on it. I don't know if you can see the heads-up display. Maybe so. It's got all the safety features. The Distronic Plus, the Lane Keep Assist, the heads-up display, the seatbelt hander, which I really enjoy. It took me a while to figure out what these buttons were. This turns on and off your heads-up display. This hands you the seatbelt if you missed it the first time around. Lane Keep Assist, auto steering. Let me tell you, really cool stuff. Everybody knows what the dials do, you know, Sport Plus. But as you'll notice, I can keep turning this wheel and it only goes to Sport Plus. That is a significant difference between both cars. I will show you that in a minute. Also, on this side, you can select, you know, what you'd like up here. This is my fiance's car, so